We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the 23rd edition of Respect the Craft. We're on the Michael Jordan episode, guys, as we have gone 23 episodes in, and we are joined by the big Boofa himself, Dezmond Cole. How's it going, brother? How are you
It's
doing?
going, honestly. Things has been moving very fast, but I just been I just been ready. I've been on go mode ever since I've kind of come back about a month and a half now. It's just been to the races, so it's been really exciting. And honestly, I'm ready for whatever's next. So you know what I mean?
Awesome, awesome. And no, that's definitely why I wanted to have you on because, again, I've been a big fan of your work. A lot of my friends are actually big fans of your work as well.
Oh wow,
That being fans and being actual like workers as well. Like we're definitely big fans of what you do, your style, and seeing what you've done since coming back. It's been awesome. Like you've been on like you even said it. Like, you've been on go since you coming back.
I
Like
appreciate that
it's
for real.
insane. So I definitely, again, before we get into the actual questions and everything I have planned, I got to ask you again. The podcast is called Respect the Craft, so let's get into it. When you hear that term, the craft, what does that mean to you?
To me, to me, it's honestly developing your own ability, and obviously wrestling's a craft. So I would say for me, like, I have tried my best to be very unique, and incorporate all the things that I know how to do to my best abilities and bring it to the table that I don't think everyone else is doing right now. So I think the best way to I guess showcase my craft is exactly what I'm doing, is the influence of 90s, influence of breakdancing, influence of capoeira. It's all of it bundled into one person, and that's who the big boof is. So you know what I mean?
Awesome,
That's yeah.
awesome. And here we go. We even got some congrats here from, again, former guest of the podcast, Dominic De Niro. He's giving you those congrats already, which that's something we're definitely going to talk about here because you are now the new. We're gonna talk about this. The new VPW New York State champion. How does that feel? Like, oh,
I don't know.
oh, there we
I
go.
don't
Got the
know.
gold right there.
Nah, man, this is crazy. You have no idea.
Yeah,
So a little history about this.
yeah.
Um, I was I think I was 9 years old or 8 years old when I went to one of my first Victory Pro Wrestling shows. Maybe 10, maybe 11. Let me think. It doesn't matter. But I actually used to sit. I was a mega fan of Victory Pro Wrestling when I was a kid, and I used to watch this belt be defended uh, by the likes of Eric James. That was so it was very surreal for me to do this. I went against him before about a couple years ago, and I didn't get the job done. So this absolute redeeming myself this past weekend was um, just so like great for me, and like within, and it's just been insane. Like it's hard. See, it's hard to put it to words. But no, this has been a really long time coming. This is the belt I have wanted to hold since I've seen it. So like it's crazy that it's on my shoulder. It's crazy that I'm the champion. Like it's just amazing right now. Like I'm on cloud nine.
Oh, that's amazing. And that's also it's almost like a storybook ending there. Again, like you've gotten to grow with that. And again, that's been perfect for how your career is going with the few setbacks to now like you're hitting those milestones right there.
Yeah, man. You would have asked me this. This would have been happening a couple months ago. I would have told you like no way. So
That's awesome. That's all. Which I gotta ask again, like going into a match like that, knowing how important that championship is to you, how are you preparing for something like that? Again, fresh off an injury, how are you like, oh, this is like again, you're on cloud nine right now to get to the top of the mountain here in VPW with that New York State championship.
honestly, I'll be completely honest. Sorry, I was very nervous, but I had to put myself in that headspace, meditating, just making sure I stretch completely so nothing bad ever happens to me again like that. And I was just putting myself in a different headspace because I knew the kind of competitor Eric is. Eric James, for those who have not seen him already, he's all over the place. He is an amazing competitor. He is so professional. He's top level in there. So I knew coming back, I needed to meet him. Like I needed to meet him more than halfway. So that's exactly what I did, and it worked out in the long run. But I have to give my flowers to Eric because he is top notch, man. He's a great dude.
Awesome, awesome. Which again, congratulations. That's awesome
Thank you
to
so
see you
much.
as champion here, and this is great. This is great to see you. And again, I gotta say, like I said, like I've done it on indie perspective. I've done it on the podcast as well. Like I definitely am a big fan of your work and what you've done, and seeing you now back from injury is great to see. Not only what you've done this Saturday, but what you're going to be doing now going forward. So I got to ask again. It's a hard topic to talk about, but um, how is that getting now back to where you are? How was that injury and the preparation to get back to onto this run now?
It's still tough. I still I still second guess my knee at times, but it's hard because in this you can't really be doing that when you're in the ring. You gotta just go full throttle. But what I've been doing is I've been trying my hardest not to think about it. I stretch more than what I was doing before because that happened to be one of the peaks of my downfall. I wasn't really stretching as much as I needed to be, so I'm doing that a lot more now. I'm getting stronger. I've realized. I'm in the process of. I think in my personally that I'm better than I was before I left. Like, so I don't know that's just me though. I have all these opportunities and
Yeah.
everything. I have not dropped it yet. So I think my abilities have been sharp. I think my matches since I've been back have been, not to my horn. I think they've been really good. So it only gets better from there. But I'm always gonna have that in the back of my mind that something can happen like that again. But I just gotta keep going, man.
No, that's awesome, and that's also I think that's the best mentality to have. That again, you never know, and it's why one of the reasons why I created this podcast was it's again respecting that craft because again, you never know because it's even one of the simplest things that could end up in an injury like that. Oh, see, just like that, one of the
You
simplest.
never know.
You never know what could happen.
Wow.
And I feel like
My
that's
bad.
one of the best things about this business that we're in. Like, and it's one of the best, but also one of the saddest. Like, it's like again, expect the unexpected. Like the SAT said it best. And I gotta say, like again, with the style you do, it also is it's unexpected thing. Like you never know what could cause it. Which
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta ask, like, what made you pick that style that you do?
Okay. So now I got to give someone else their flowers.
Yep.
So I didn't become this big Boofa character until about almost 2 years ago. Because this is who I actually am. Very outgoing guy. But before all this, I didn't know who I was, and I was trying to find myself. So I was on the road with Tristan Ty, Gabriel Sky, Percy Ryan, and I was nervous because COVID was it was around, but it was starting to die down a little bit, and I got announced for a show. So I was like, it's been a while. I've been really like working hard. I want to come back and be different because what I'm doing is not working for me. It's boring. It's not who I am. So I was in a hotel room and Tristan Ty actually told me, he goes, you're a competitive breakdancer for 10 years. You have an extravagant personality. Like, why are you not showcasing this? Like, why are you not doing this? And I was so hesitant. I didn't know what to like because I didn't want to change, but I did at the same time. So he was like, yo, like do me a favor, like just go try it. Like just go try. Like what's the worst that can happen? They don't like it. So I tried it and it felt really good. And I was like, wow, like that's like I've been missing out on that. I've been missing out with that connection with myself. So then now, fast forward, I have put my own spice on it. I have became who I am now to 1,000, and I have to give it credit to Tristan Ty. That he's the reason I am who I am right now. Another one,
awesome.
Close friend of mine, man. He's a great dude.
Definitely. That's another one that I definitely will be hopefully soon. Again, I know he's a busy man himself, especially with MLW and everything like that. But I definitely will be having on the podcast very soon. But that's awesome hearing how a friend like that's able to help you find your niche, and it's been working. Again, like I said, that's made me catch an eye on you and find interest in not only what you do in the ring, but also outside. Because again, it's a good personality that you've been able to create. I gotta ask with that, how'd you find like how to make it mesh well? Because again, with everything that we do in the ring, it's like it's great to find like, okay, what's the character gonna be, but being able to mix those moves in like your dancing style. How was that able to find what's gonna work to entertain not only the crowd, but also to make it work so it works symmetrical in the ring?
So dancing to begin with, because I did hip hop, breakdancing. Dancing to begin with is you have, people are watching you. You gotta engage with them. You gotta excite them. So in wrestling, is literally the same thing. So what I decided to do is like I knew certain moves I could do in dance would work really well at wrestling. So like the Capoeira Kick I do, that was a move I used to do like all the time in dance battles. So it was I used to call it's like a one-eyed pirate or something like that. But I would do that. Now I'm doing this thing where I'm sleeping, like I'm spinning on my ass and sleeping somebody out. And but yeah, like that, it's easy. It came natural to me to be able to take what I was doing for so long and put it in something that I am in love with. So it was easy.
That's made me ask. So you were dancing before even all this. You were dancing.
I was I haven't done it in a while, but I was I was competitive hip hop dancer and a break dancer.
Oh, okay.
And that was before I dove into wrestling years ago.
Okay. So now that makes more sense. Like that now why it's so like fluent in a sense. Like that's why it flows so well. Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson, very inspired by him.
There you go.
Very inspired by the Jabberwockies.
There you go. That's like okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And honestly, I don't know how old you are. It's definitely out of my time, but I don't know if you ever seen it. It's a breakdance movie called Breakin'.
Bro, there's so many times that I just like throw in as a gimmick. I'm like, okay, it's part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Like I definitely love breaking.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So that too, like those are things that I've influenced with my wrestling.
Gotcha.
So
okay, perfect. There you go. So I guess you're trying to throw in that electro moves, just like that's it. No, but that's perfect. And again, it shows like how those genuine passions like emerges into that ring.
Yeah.
It helps with the art and it helps with the craft of all things.
That's all I'm trying to do.
That's awesome.
All I'm trying to do is respect the craft. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. There we go. Podcast name. Boom. No, but that's awesome. And I could definitely see it like it's genuine there. It's awesome what you're doing. And it's going to continue on like that. So that's great. So I got to ask, where did that love for wrestling come from? Because I can imagine with dance, it's a whole other spectrum. It's a whole other thing. But adding now like wrestling, where did that come from for you?
All right. Well, I've always loved wrestling ever since I was 6 years old. Around there, around 6 years old, I was just like sitting in my bed and I was just like flipping through channels. And I remember I passed by John Cena. He was like screaming. He was screaming in the camera. I forgot who he was screaming about. I don't know if it was like, I forgot what rivalry it was, but all I know is I had no idea what this was, and I was hooked though. So after that, I found out what it was. I was watching it every single Monday, but even before that, like, even though I was young, my uncles used to watch wrestling and stuff, and I remember they were watching when Mankind got thrown off the Hell in a Cell cage when I was a little kid but I still remember like seeing it. I just wasn't. I didn't really have the mindset to know what was going on. But I didn't really fully really dive in until like 6 years old, and then ever since then, I didn't think it was a possibility for some reason to be a wrestler. I just thought it was just a thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like think about being a wrestler, even though it was a fever dream for me, until about 12. I hit about 12 years old, and me and my friends doing stupid things in the backyard, this and that, and I was like, you know what, like, nah, this is like what I want to do. And I was still dancing at the time, but I found myself just falling more and more in love with wrestling. So then eventually, as years went on, I stopped dancing, and I dove into wrestling and went to school, and it's been like ever since. It's we're here. So like it's crazy.
That's awesome. And I feel like that's usually how it goes. Like it's always it's something that catches our eye.
Yeah.
Like it's always something like either a match, a promo. It's something that's like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's awesome to see. Like it's something like that. Which again, for most of us, like I can imagine you're close to my age as well. Like John Zeno was definitely a focal point for a lot of us. Like,
of course, you can't ignore that.
This is great. So seeing that, it's awesome to hear that got you to want to, I want to be a part of this. And now years later, we're talking here. And again, you're now holding a major championship in a local company, which is awesome. Again, it shows
it's amazing.
Like those moments like that, it pays off. So that's great. So I have to ask there. So now, again, you're incorporating your dance into wrestling. Where did the dance element come from? Where did you start to fall in love with that? Was it certain music videos? Was it something you just saw, like, especially like with wrestling? Like, was it a certain like that? Like how you saw a promo? Was it a certain video? Was it a certain move? Was it even breaking itself? Like you mentioned breaking. What did you just watch breaking? You're like, you know what? I want to do this.
Honestly, so I used to play Little League Baseball.
Wait, I'm sorry, but damn, Kono.
Wait, what did what? I can't see the comments for some reason.
Can you see it now? Because I just put it up on the screen.
No, I can't see
saying,
it.
"Fuck this guy." Damn, Kono.
Oh, that's what Kono said. Oh, great, good dude. Also.
Damn, Kono. Kono's another one that we'll definitely be having on the podcast eventually.
Oh, yeah, you got it. That's my dude.
That's
the guy. That's the guy who trained me, man.
We'll definitely be talking about that a little bit, but damn, Kono, like.
Yeah, just give me a break a little bit. No, it's like the comments are like I can't really see them for some reason. I can see the name pop up.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
Getting into dancing.
All right, so I played Little League Baseball when I was a kid, and I was just clueless. So I would be in the field, and I wouldn't be paying attention to the game at all. Like I'd just be like looking at the grass, dancing, whatever it was, and my mom just was like, "Yo, this is like not working for you. I want you to know that." So I was like, "All right." So she knew I loved Michael Jackson. I had an obsession with Michael Jackson. That was my favorite artist ever, and I always would dance like Michael Jackson, idolized him. So she was like, "All right, like, why don't we put you in dance?" So put me in hip hop originally. I was doing that for a while. And then I saw breaking, I saw stuff like that, and I wanted to like dabble in that. I wanted to try breakdancing, and started doing that, and then got into, and I learned I was like really good at it. Then I got into travel, was doing competitions, and that's how I fell in love with it. Like basically stems from like Michael Jackson. Like I love that man.
Awesome. And I feel like that's definitely, if you're into dance or anything music wise, like my MJ is definitely one of the like biggest influences for anyone.
Oh,
like not only has he been like, again, throughout the years, like he's transcending not only decades of
he's
like
an icon.
Yeah, he definitely is. And there we go. Kono saying, "No, I was kidding. Dez is one of the best." There you go. That's awesome.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, if you read it to me, that'd be great.
I definitely will. Like I try to make sure like we get all the comments. Like we got the Daily 5 saying, So he was he was laughing at one of the comments. So that's awesome. We got all the support here. Oh damn, we got Percy Ryan saying, "Yeah, fuck this guy." I feel like he might mean it though. Percy might not be one of your biggest fans here.
Well, no,
So,
probably not. But is he holding the New York State Championship? Nah.
Hey, there you go, Percy.
Nah.
Sorry about that, Percy. You're not holding that New York State Championship, so you might be a little salty. Who knows? So, well, he got to stay busy because he's a part of that remarkable roster as well, which we're gonna be talking about a little bit because you're one step away from holding some more gold as well. So we'll definitely be talking about that in a little bit. So that's awesome. Hearing again, MJ being your inspiration, hearing what got you into wrestling. So what made you find that like perfect mesh? What made you want to decide, you know what, let me bring this into this now? Or what got you to
like
find
bringing
that perfect
dance into wrestling?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is crazy. Like I said, I didn't know who I was when I first started wrestling. If I used to go by a name, Notorious. That's the only time I'm gonna say that here because I hate using that name. I hate watching old videos of it because it's like I look back at it and I'm like, yo, who is this guy? But like if you see any of that stuff, you'd be like, yeah, I don't know who this is. Like this is a completely different person. So honestly, like what I said, I didn't really think about this stuff. A light bulb didn't go off until about 2.5 years ago, like 2 years ago. So when I realized, I don't know why it took me so long, but yeah, everything happens for a reason. But likely so, like with Tristan Ty, like him, like helping me out, like really open that up for me. That's how I really got the ball rolling, and then that's when I went back to the drawing board and I started taking things and putting them into my wrestling. So it's it's been for the big Boofa, it's been like a 2.5 year run. So.
Gotcha. No, and again, I feel like, especially with wrestling, like we go through that span of like, again, you have to find yourself. Like I'm a person that I always say like I have 5 years of experience. Meanwhile, I feel like I still haven't like put my foot in what it is where I'm going.
I feel
like
that.
This podcast I feel that. Has been like, okay, now I'm starting to find where I fit in. So we have that time that's like, oh yeah, this is what I'm doing now. But when you finally find yourself, it's like, now it starts. So I can imagine with you, it was like, till you found the big Boofa, now it's like, now we really can get this started.
Exactly what it is right now. Yeah. I know every step of the way right now.
Yeah, so that's awesome. And again, I feel like it's showing because you're getting that fan, like the fan reaction's awesome. The fans are buying it, the fans are growing it. So that's awesome. Look at this. We got those. I love seeing Wes in here because that's definitely him and Kyle. I've been showing that awesome support. I know they definitely love you. Like once I announced we were having you on, they were loving it. We got more people in here as well. We got Maddie K Dubs,
my sister.
So there you go. That's awesome. There you go. Thank you so much. They say I'm asking some awesome questions. I try to get to.
What are the comments saying?
That was it. You asked some awesome questions.
That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Don't worry. I'm gonna make sure I ask everything. Whatever they put in the comments, I'm letting you guys. I'm letting you know what they're saying here. But no, that's definitely. It's a perfect combination. Finding who you are. So that's awesome. So I'm glad you were able to find what it is that's gonna translate to the ring. Yeah, so that's great. So I gotta ask. So from Tristan Ty as well, where did you get your start? Was it FTW or was it? Where did you get to train out
of? Yeah, it was FTW. I came up with like Gabe, Tristan. I was training with Dom, Percy. All those guys.
Was that out of? No, sorry to cut you off. Was that out of the Woodward School? Or was that in Long Island? Because I don't remember if I got to see you as much in the. Okay, so
this is Long Island, and I was trained by Kono Capuccia and Jack Gallo. I don't know if you know who that.
Yep, Joe Ocasio, Jack Gallo. He's the life changer now.
He is. I love it. I honestly, I told him already. It's great. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. He's another one. He's another one who found himself. Like that is him. He's life changing. So
no, definitely. He's a great, not only in the ring, but definitely the gimmick is definitely working.
And he's a great person.
I love what they're doing. Yeah. awesome guys there. And no, that I asked because again, like I talked when I spoke with Dom, like that Woodward school, the one here in Queens and Queens Brooklyn area, like we shared. Like I was a part of the Hog School, so
Oh,
definitely
really?
a lot of us were sharing that building. So it's like I grew up getting to know Dom, Gabe, Chris,
Oh, that's awesome.
Tristan, like so when I saw how much they hung around you, I'm like, okay, he's a part of that great class, then I know he's definitely good people. That's why I became a
Those
fan of
are
your work.
that's my
Like,
family.
yeah,
Those are my family. Those guys.
yeah. So that's awesome. I'm glad to see, and that's why I knew, like, okay, perfect. Like, he's a part of a great class right there. So that's awesome. So I definitely was like, once I saw what you were doing, I'm like, yeah, it shows. Like, he's a part of the good ones right there.
Thank you.
So that's awesome. Okay, here we go. So Wes is taking my job here. He's asking the questions here. So let's see. Wes is saying, who is one wrestler, lady or guy, who you would love to work with, who you haven't so far?
Ooh, these questions are hard because there's so many.
Yeah.
It honestly, right now, a big dream of mine, a faraway one, is Bryan Danielson.
Ooh. Okay.
He is an inspiration to me. Yeah, I wish there wasn't just one because it's so many.
Hey, this is the biggest thing about doing this. It's like even if there's more than one, you could say it. Like it doesn't stop there. So if you
know
have a
what?
list, then hey,
Can I say one more that's really
yeah,
up
yeah,
there?
that's fine.
Absolutely needs to happen before he's done. Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. That was one of the names that hit me quick. Like seeing what you've done, and also you've been a part of VXS. I've been hinting at Isaac. Like you have to book this match eventually.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like Desmond Cole and Too Cold has to happen. Also, there's another one. I don't know if you've thought about it, but there's one more guy that I feel like you should definitely face because he mixes in some dancing, he mixes in that breaking vibe, which you guys share a little bit of a name, and that's Boofa Ayo, the
Oh my god!
former member of Money is Legal. All Money is Legal.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't know this to this day.
Yeah,
but by complete accident, that name I found. But I was such a big fan of him growing up.
Okay.
And I messaged him. He probably doesn't remember me. I messaged him when I was 14 years old. And I said, I am such a big fan of you. How do I become a wrestler? I remember I asked him along. He is such a nice person, and he is killing it right now. And he still is. Like, that man is timeless. And he's another one who needs his flowers because a lot of influence from him as well. Like, that is awesome. Yeah, you just really threw me back with that because honestly, that would be so full circle to me. You just got me so hyped. Sorry.
That's awesome. No, and definitely like Boofa is one of those guys like that versus decade.
Buffa. That is the match. That's the match, man.
That's awesome. Like he's someone I'm definitely gonna have on the podcast eventually.
Yeah, he's great, man.
So I definitely will bring this up. I'm gonna make sure I clip this and just get that. Like we gotta see AO versus the big Boofa here.
I haven't seen him in so long too. Like
you know what it is? I think he's living in China right now too.
He is.
So he's like killing it over there. So we got to get someone to bring him back to the States again. Maybe VXS because that's where that vibe is living. Or maybe we got to talk to John and see if we could get that New York State Championship on the line.
That would be beautiful. That would be
Boofa
beautiful
versus Buffa. Maybe
that'd be great if we can make this happen. Whoever's watching right now, yo.
Again, we got some people watching right now, so maybe we'll see. Any promoters in the chat right now, you got money right there. We're just throwing you the alley-oop right now.
That's great. Yeah. You really threw me for a loop with that one.
Awesome. I had to throw it because I was like, I wonder if he knows. Like the name is just that similar. So I was like,
yeah,
that's
and it
awesome.
was completely an accident, by the way.
Yeah.
I did not realize until I was like, damn. Boofa.
Hey, that's awesome because again, it's one of those things that's like it's a complete accident, but at the same time, it's like it's a perfect like.
Yeah,
it's respect
because
you have that respect for him as well. Like it's not just like, oh yeah, I got the name. That's it. It's my name now. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know about his
that's
past
great.
and you know how awesome he is as well. But let's keep it going. We got some more comments here as well. We got Conrad in the chat, Everything Pro Wrestling, saying, hey, what's up, brother? How's it going? We got Nikolai White saying, yo, Dezmond, what's up, Nikolai? Shout out to Nikolai.
Nikolai's
He's
my
another
dude,
one.
man.
He's another one of those guys that he's killing it. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Nikolai wants to face you. He's saying you better say me. There you go.
Yo, all right, yo, Nikolai. Put your money where your mouth is, kid. Let's do it.
There you go. Nikolai's trying to give you some water
really
right
good,
there.
though. I have a lot of respect for him too. He's the same person, like incorporating his dance with his wrestling, and it's working for him as well. But he's untapped potential. I know me and him could shut it down completely.
Definitely. Nikolai's definitely been making his name, so I definitely can't wait to see what he does in the future as well. So, there you go. He says, get that water ready. Hey, I got mine. I'm sipping on my water right now.
I don't know my gallon is right now, but I got sparkling water.
Hey, that counts. Hey, there you go. But shout out Nikolai White. He's definitely making his names. We got Nia Roman in the chat saying, what's up? What's up, sis? Thank you for supporting. But let's get into this because you do have some dates coming up. You got some matches coming up. So we definitely want to jump into that because we're all about promoting here. So let's talk a little bit about this because you have Sean Henderson's shows coming up as he's presenting Candy Paint. It's going to be you and Adonis Valrio here. Talk to us a little bit about that. How are you getting ready for a matchup like this? Sean Henderson definitely, he likes to do the contrast of styles. He likes to do a mixed match here. So how are you getting ready for a matchup like this?
Honestly, I'm just still, sharpening that axe. And, I've been on such a roll lately, I think Adonis should be a little worried. Because, like what just happened, I just sharpened that axe, became New York State champion. And I'm not going to slack. All I'm going to keep doing is just getting better and better and better. So, I'm looking to put it away early, but have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, there you go. See, I like that little bit of like you hear that hunger right there. It's like I'm gonna end it early though. We're gonna have some fun, but I'm gonna end it like we're not getting paid by the hour here.
Gotta warn these dudes out here, bro.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, definitely. Like again, that's coming up. Also, we got to talk about it again. You're holding right now some gold already. Let's talk about this because you do have the Remarkable tournament going on. Remarkable's looking to crown their very first heavyweight champion. And you got none other than Leon Ruff, former NXT competitor here, former of the WWE. How are you looking forward to this? Like this is going to be a huge challenge here.
I am so excited. Honestly, another thing I'm on cloud nine about. Leon Ruff is someone I've also was watching and evolve. And on the indies, like he is an amazing athlete. Did great thing. I love his matches in NXT, and I just can't wait for our styles to clash. And I just know people are gonna love this match, and I'm just really looking to bring it to him honestly and show him exactly who the big Boofa is. Like I need, that's what I've been doing. It happened with Myron. It's happened with Gabriel Sky at Pro Wrestling Magic. I have just been on go mode of trying to get better and better and better. And this is the perfect person to showcase that with.
Awesome. Perfect. Which I was going to ask, especially like going into a matchup like this. You did go through someone like Myron Reed, who Myron is someone that is no slouch. It's a guy that's been making his waves. Like years ago,
he don't slow down for nobody.
He was at your spot right now. Like, he was a guy trying to make his name. So how would a matchup like that feel like in a tournament as important as this? Like to crown an inaugural champion.
Like with Myron?
Yeah.
Honestly, this is how I looked at it. Going into that match, yes, I wanted to win. Like I really wanted to advance. But all I really, really wanted was respect. I wanted to be noticed for the work I was putting in and just earn the respect of this young goat. You know what I mean? Like this guy, he's doing great things in MLW. He's been doing great things for years. And he is a an amazing person. He's an amazing athlete. Definitely one of my favorite people to date to be in the ring with. But like I said, all I wanted was to get his respect. That's all I cared about, and that's what I got. He gave it to me, and that honestly, it hurt to lose, but I won at the same time. You know what I mean? So that's what I was looking for.
Definitely. And no, I feel like that's something that, again, with everything we do in this business, I feel like being able to showcase your style and showcase in that ring, again, making those impacts, it's a lot more important than sometimes than getting that win, because it's a win in the long run.
Yeah.
So I can imagine you getting to showcase your style with Myron Reed. It's like, hey, you made that impact, and I can imagine, like you said, you gained that respect that night. And it's someone, again, Myron Reed has showcased himself all around the world, getting to be a part of MLW, getting to be a part of PWG, all over, and that's so much other things. Like, he's definitely going to remember Big Boofa. So
yeah, that's all I want to do, man.
Awesome. And there we go. Dom saying right here, although let's put that up here. Gabe Sky's a jerk off. Damn, Dom. Like, Dom's not a fan of Gabriel Sky lately.
I mean, it's hard to bring up Gabe, man. I bring him up and people just get mad. I mean, I understand why Dom's mad. You know, Gabe did him a little dirty. Gabe was just losing his mind for a little bit. You know.
Hey, I still love Gabe. Gabe's one of my boys. Again, he's another one that I definitely will be having on the podcast very soon. So we'll see how he feels about Dom and about you as well, because I can imagine he got some things to talk about. So we'll definitely get into that. But here we go. We got Matt Awesome saying, "Hey, what's up, Boofa? How's it going?" He says, "You're a good duel to wrestle. We've had our matchup." Ooh. So how was that? You and Matt Awesome?
It was good. Me and him wrestled. I definitely would like to do it in different circumstances. Like we did I think it was like a mat wrestling match or something like that. It was Pure Rules, I think.
Oh, okay.
So he was very like technical, but I would like to showcase and see if he can keep up with me in my style. You know what I mean? Yeah. I like to do it like that.
There you go. And again, I feel like that's the best, because that also it's making you have to go into a different territory.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also showcasing how you can alternate and, again, innovate. So it's putting you in a fight feel, which also that's a perfect segue here, because I was going to talk about this. You're announced as well for Fight Club coming up, the Inferno Fight Club here coming up this July. They just announced their first matchup today, so we saw that's going to be Gabriel Sky versus Robert Martyr.
It's going to be insane.
I'm looking forward to see who you're going to be facing, because you got to join this, and I can't wait to see who they're going to put against your style.
Yeah, I'm excited
that dancing
too.
mix. They've announced some crazy competitors. This is going to be fun.
I'm excited.
So, can you talk us through that? How you're feeling about joining IFC here?
I'm always down for joining a new promotion like this promotion. Trust me, it's gonna blow the roof off, and I was more than delighted to be a part of this. So I'm very excited going into this. I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna be great for fans and everybody to watch. They're gonna get some good content. Like, I just think this is good for everybody. Like, I know wrestling's really booming right now, and I think this is gonna be a good company to work for. You gotta keep your eyes out for them too. You know what I mean? It's gonna be great.
No, definitely. And I'm loving what they're doing. Like, not only the look of things, but also the roster. Like, it's been a killer roster announcement. So
innovative.
Like, it definitely is. Like,
yeah.
it works in the name. Like, they're definitely making some waves, and I'm looking forward to see as time goes the matchup announcements, and also getting to work with them a little bit. Like, we've been in talks. Let's see. Maybe we'll get some more people to come on from that roster as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
So that's always great here. And look at that. We got Zach Bruno saying he doesn't know without Pure Rules the Chanka's in play. There you go. So at Chankla, him and Dez got to be aware of the Chankla there. He didn't have to face the Chankla in a Pure Rules matchup.
Chankla, that damn Chankla, bro.
Hey, that's the best thing about Pure Rules. You had to stay in the ring. No Chanklas involved. So.
And he still tried to hit me with it.
you got the dance style though. You're able to maneuver yourself out of it. You're
Yeah,
good.
everyone thinks they can try me. Come at me, split. Where'd I go? You don't know.
There you go. And there you go. We got your sis saying, "I'm really enjoying this shit, Boofs." There you go. I'm glad they're enjoying the conversation here. That's awesome.
She called me Boofs. That's great.
So I gotta ask again. We've talked about opponents. We've talked about the opportunities you do have confirmed. Again, there's a lot more that's coming up as well. But where do you see yourself in 2022? Where would you like to see yourself making your debut at? Where would you like to see company wise? Again, there's so many companies, not only just in the tri-state as well, but around the states as well. Where would you like to make the big Boofa make their impact?
Honestly, there's a lot of places I want to
Yeah.
go international. Uh, VXS is a big one. I want to show out for VXS, show them what I'm about. Honestly, it's hard. I want to be everywhere, and I mean, I've been back for about a month and a half, and shit's going crazy right now. So it's like I still got so many more months in this year that like I don't even know where I'll end up. But I'm just like it's just like it's crazy. Like you never know. It's unexpected. But yeah, VXS is a big one. Definitely want to go like out of state, like international. Yeah, that's what I could think of right now.
Gotcha.
Trying to think
Is there anyone that like comes into mind, especially state wise? Like even let's go tri-state, like here in New York, New Jersey area. Is there anything that's like grabbing your eye outside of VXS? Is there anywhere like I've seen you
like
made your debut for Magic. You're doing your thing right now in VPW. Is there anywhere that you're like, I gotta showcase my style there?
honestly, I would love to go to Japan, and I would love to go to Mexico.
Okay.
And those are two places I would love to go to,
No.
and Canada. I would love to go there too.
Okay. That would be cool. I feel like Canada is one of those that like it's on everyone's bucket list. Like
Yeah,
especially with companies like C4, with companies like Texas Strength. That would be awesome to see. Like you get to show out your stuff there. So
yeah,
again, hopefully, again, I know this podcast reaches some places. Hopefully, someone's listening. Shout out
yeah.
to our
Hopefully,
buddies in
somebody,
Canada.
man. You know,
So
I would love it. I would really love it.
awesome. And again, I hope to see it as well. Like that would be awesome. So we're gonna throw this out because I almost forgot about this question as well. Your thoughts on Dom throwing you into the ECS mentor there, with you getting a chance to possibly facing the SAT in the future? Your
Hey,
thoughts on that?
I am not against it, honestly. Dom threw me in there, and I like I don't know. My notification started going off, and I was like, "What? What's going on?" Well, honestly, I think that would be a banger of a match,
Yeah.
and I will gladly be a part of the ECS for that. Like that would go off, and it's just like me, Dom, and Chris. Like we're all very different style wise, so I think that would be cool to look at as well.
Yeah.
And going against legends like the SAT, you know what I mean? Like I just think that match would be really good.
No. I saw like the SAT are definitely fans of the show, and I call them Theos for a reason. Like they definitely are those like uncles and fathers of our generation.
Oh yeah.
So they're in for it. They're down. So
Hey,
I would
I'm
love to
down.
see you guys square up. That's gonna be fun to see. So I'll definitely let them know. Again, not only is Chris down, Dom's down, you're definitely down. So we just gotta find the promotion to be willing to put all six of you guys in that ring.
Yeah. Yo.
Or maybe more, because again, I saw Theo Mack got involved. Monster Mack
Oh,
was like,
Monster
hey, he
Mac.
wanted to throw his hat in it. Tristan was willing to throw his hat in it. So
All right,
maybe we
4v4
got to
right
make
there.
this a Survivor Series style matchup there. Like it's getting crazy. But that's the great thing about wrestling. You never know.
Yeah, anything can happen, bro. Anything.
Definitely. But again, that's the awesome part. You never know what could happen. Expect the unexpected. So I got to ask you again, with everything going on, the amazing stuff, with you making your return now, um, what do you feel like your next step is? Where do you want to see yourself going into now that you're the New York State champion, what are you looking to accomplish this year?
I'm looking to accomplish a lot. I'm looking to add extreme prestige, because Eric already did, but I'm looking to bring a new era to that New York State Championship. Um, I'm looking to have the best matches I can have possible, and I'm looking to really show people like who I am, to catch more eyes and stuff like that. That is my mission right now. My mission is to be the most unique person to my best ability that I can be. That people just look at me and they're like, "Damn, like who's this guy? Like where has he been? Like let's put him here." Like that is the big goal right now for what I'm doing every single match.
Awesome. I can definitely see it. Like you're showcasing in that ring, you're able to showcase like there's something more there. It's not just like in the moment. It's making sure you're living it for again to make that wave, make that
Yeah.
next step. So that's awesome. Once again, it's showcased with who you've run with. Like you're again the group you're a part of with Dom, with Gabe, with Tristan, with Chris. Like that whole group is it's showcasing. So you
And
can see like you
there's even
guys are
guys that, you guys haven't heard of yet who are my boys who are in
yeah,
that group that are coming up. Like shout out Sam Hain, shout out Liam Jacobs, shout out Jesse, like all those guys, man. Those are good guys and you gotta be on the lookout for them as
yeah.
well.
No, and that's what I love too. Like when I hear about you never know who's coming next. I love hearing that because I love
Even
to
Percy.
see.
Even
You
Percy.
know, Percy Ryan's another one. Like I've gotten to see a little bit through VPW. I got to see through Remarkable as well, and I'm looking forward to see what's next. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
always that person that I love to see the new crop of talent. Like with you, like with Tristan, with Gabe, with ESC, with Dom and Chris. Like I got to see them through FTW a little bit, and I got to see them early on. When I saw what you were doing, I was like, I'm looking forward to see how he does.
It goes in waves.
Yeah,
They came in their wave with that generation of Tristan, Gabe, Dom, and Chris. Now it's this next wave when it's coming up with me, Percy, uh, Liam Jacobs, Sam Hain. Those are the next guys you got to look out for.
and definitely, and the best thing about it is you're not falling behind. Like it's like making that wave, but like it's almost like catch up instantly.
Yeah,
Again, now it's that conversation, and that's awesome to see. Like I can't wait to see what you guys have coming next and what you're gonna do next. Like it's just blossoming into that wave there, which is awesome. Which is always what you want to see too. You want to see, okay, what's next coming in the crop of talent because you want to see who's gonna hold ground next. Like,
yeah, it's up to us, man. It's always
yeah,
up to the newer talent. All the guys, young guys, killing it right now, man. Like Marcus Mathers, Nick Wayne, Jordan Oliver, like all these people, man. We're a bunch of young guys out here just trying to kill it. That's all we're trying to do. We love it. You know what I mean?
definitely, definitely. And when you see that, like again, being a part of that new crop and being a part of that new wave here, when you see what's coming and you see the guys that are coming up now, how does that make you feel being a part of that and seeing again now you have like that mantle to hold like, oh, we got to keep this going now. Or we got to make sure that this era is now like it's being to that upper echelon of like again we're talking about SAT, we're talking about DHS, like they paved that wave.
They
Now
did.
it's up to you guys.
It's very it's pressure, but it's good. You know what I mean? If it's great to be a part of this. It's honestly like it means the world to me to be thrown in this group of people coming up. It's nothing. It's just about being hungry, and we're all gonna keep pushing the envelope. And it's like wrestling right now is so booming right now. Like independent scene, uh, just wrestling as a whole is doing great, and it's just great to be a part of it right now. And even like I can even being a fan, it's great. You know what I mean? Like there's so much content for everybody right now that they could watch it 24/7. Like it's crazy. Like you could always find somebody new. Like
Yeah,
always that you haven't seen before. Like who is it? Like a guy I worked before that we talk all the time, and I can't wait to work again. Christian Robinson. He is so talented. He is great. And me and him talk all the time about working again because our styles have developed even more since the first time we've worked together. And that's a guy that people need to look out for because he is top notch. You know what I mean? Like, and he catches all the right eyes. You know, he's gonna keep progressing. So that's why, like, even him, like Sean Henderson, seeing this, you got to book me and Christian Robinson. Like that.
Oh man, Chris is another one. Like that's another one of those guys. Like it's making those waves. Like seeing what he's done from the dojo to now making his. Like you were also
great.
a part of that dojo system too, right? You got to be a part of the CZW dojo for a little bit.
Yeah, for a brief minute, I was a part of the dojo. I wrestled Valor.
Okay.
And it was actually pretty good. Keem and the Dom beat the shit out of me. It was actually
that's something we're talking about. Like that's something Valor did very like frequent. They made sure like everyone felt that dominance. So I can imagine that also again it made you grow. It made you start again had to learn like the way of how things are going to be because there are going to be those times that again you're going to get faced with that adversity, but growing and finding what's going to make it work.
I feel like that's what's been happening every single match I've got lately. It's been a test. Like everybody I've been wrestling lately have been on their shit, man. Like they've been so just top level. Like Gabe, Myron, Eric James, Percy, even he's been raising his stock and everything. And now, you know, I got Leon Ruff coming up. And I can only imagine, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun test. But also, I got to talk about before we even get there. I just to make sure, is this still happening as well? You announced you're making your way to Dallas.
I am making my way to Dallas.
So that's gonna bring some tough tests because you're going. It's that Mania time. How are you looking forward to that? How are you getting ready for that?
I'm excited. I have never been a part of Mania Week yet, so I'm looking to when I get down there to just get with something, man. Just try and showcase to people of Texas what I'm about. So that's all it is. I'm gonna be grinding out there when I get over there. I think it's like next week already, right? Yeah. I'm gonna be grinding.
You know what's crazy? Like when I'm looking at that, I'm like, oh yeah, it's coming up in a little bit. It's like, wait, no.
I just realized that today. I was sitting with my girlfriend and I was like, I'm going to Dallas next week. So I was like, I just totally forgot. But now I'm very excited.
Yeah, no, and that's awesome. And again, I'm looking forward to see what you do over there because I feel like everyone's looking to make that name. And again, I've gotten to be a part of one Mania Week and just seeing just the insane like talent that comes out of it, what comes next. And I was a part of was it 20? I want to say it was 2018, the Mania Week I got to be a part of.
Oh, okay.
And seeing who came out of that year and who's now again part of our television screens. Again, you never know what comes next.
You really don't. Honestly, you know, Mania Week could lift stock for a lot of people, man.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to see what you do, who you face, who you get to be a part of what shows you get to be a part of. And again, having that fun. I always say that as well when I see talent like, oh yeah, I'm going to go out and go be a part of this show, that show. I always say, hey, go have some fun as well. Like
that's the best. That's what you gotta remember. I gotta remember that myself sometimes. You gotta
have some fun. Like that's always the best thing as well. Because you're going to Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. Go have some barbecue. Go enjoy like.
When I go to Texas next week, it's the bigger Boofa.
Hey, there you go. That's gonna be the gimmick right there. So before I let you go, because again I don't want to take up too much more time as well. I gotta ask everyone that's come on, what's your end goal before all this sets and goes? Again, for everything you're doing, for everything you have coming up, before when everything settles, what is the big goal for Big Boofa?
The big goal is I want to just be the most unique guy I can be. I want to feed my family with wrestling, and I want to be one of the best. I want to be the complete, and I want to give back to everybody who's helped me out, like Kono especially. Jack Gallo, like those guys, like really did help me out in ways I can't even thank them. And that's definitely what I want to do. I just want to give support to everybody, like who even behind the scenes, no one can see it. Like my girlfriend, my sister, my grandmother, my mother. Those are all people who deserve everything, and that they mean a lot to me, and that I just want to pay them back. That's all it is, because they helped me in the position I am right now with this, and I love wrestling. I really do.
Awesome, and that's great to hear. Now I feel like that's one of those, like when I ask this question, I always hear like, okay, it's the contract, it's this and that, but getting to hear that, get to be able to pay it forward, that's always my favorite answer to hear.
Yeah.
So I love that. That's awesome. Thank you again for coming on, brother. Make sure
Oh,
again, guys, if you're listening to this right now, definitely go follow, go check out Dezmond Cole. Go follow him at the real D underscore DC on Twitter. Go follow him on Instagram as well. The official underscore Dezmond underscore Cole right there. All the links will be in the description down below as well. Go check them out. Again, awesome shows coming up. A lot coming up. Again, that Mania week, these shows with Remarkable Wrestling, with Sean Henderson's as well. Also, again, Fight Club coming up in July. Definitely a lot more coming up. And again, he's one of my favorites. I'm looking forward to seeing his growth and seeing what he does in the future as well. Des, thank you so much for coming on, brother. I hope
thank you,
had
man.
fun.
This is great.
Awesome. Definitely, brother. We're definitely going to have to do this again, because I definitely want to see, in just a few months, you never know what's going to happen next.
So I definitely want to catch up again. I'm always down to do this. This is great.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. As always, don't forget to be wise, be genuine, be real, be better people, and as always, respect the craft. We'll definitely be talking on the next one. See you guys. Peace.
Have a good